ultimate escape room. I like that.
Hi,
The
treasures.
idea is that it is human to want to be free. Like, it is a human right to desire freedom. Japan and China, do they say it's natural? Yeah, exactly. It's Belgium? Yeah, so it's a natural response to want to be free. So they don't judge you for wanting to be free. They'll judge. I've never been in either.
Keep it that way, okay?
If you get it. In general, I do think prison needs to be more about rehabilitation than just plain and simple containment. Shouldn't we also be responsible when we're free? Yeah. Being independent is an important aspect if you want to be free. If you're dependent, then you're no longer free and reliant on. Well, I mean, we're all dependent on each other. Yeah. So
some of us more than others.
As I am right now, like as I am at the moment, I would probably accept a men's prison. Once I actually get into my transition, at that point, I would want a women's prison.
Okay. Well, don't go to prison. How about that?
Apparently, after 7 days or something, we need to find a new happiness. So after a week, they find a new happiness. Dinner time, TV yard, then end up adapting. Suppose. There you go, triggers. Dealing with criminals like Greyhound's killer, Vince Lee. There are people who absolutely can't be rehabilitated. Absolutely, there are people who can't be rehabilitated, for sure. And they need to be contained. But on the whole, I think that prison systems, justice systems as a whole need to put a greater focus on restorative justice, on rehabilitative justice, rather than punishment. Color Purple, which public bathroom do I plan on using? Again, once I am further along in my transition, I'll start using women's restrooms. In better condition than the men's. But there are also women's bathrooms where the walls are smeared with shit or blood. Like, I've heard of that. I've seen women talk about using restrooms where, like, you know, where a stall will have the walls smeared with shit. And I've heard that it varies. Like, some women's restrooms do end up being kept really clean and nice, and some are horror shows. Bathrooms absolutely reek of old menstrual napkins and piss.
Boy, the things that we talk
men just
about.
Go to the toilet and leave. Women have a breakdown and paint the walls their face. I mean, Tam, I have also seen men's restroom with shit on the walls. So, and like piss on the floors, and yeah. Workers used to say that the women's bathroom was way worse. I will add this. Like, in terms of the idea that, like, oh, women's restrooms must be cleaner. You'd be surprised how many women are absolute fucking pigs. obviously, Chantel. Chantel is a much messier person than I am. Better at cleaning than I am, but generally much messier. And like, she will leave things, she'll leave dishes in her room for weeks, months.
Ever.
The fucking, you all remember the KFC drawer. Yeah. I ordered pizza. I'm going to be bringing this down. I'm going to be bringing this down and throwing it out tonight.
Good
'Cause
job.
I'm going to be throwing this out tonight.
There you go.
Chantel would leave that sitting in her room for weeks or months. My brother's roommate. Disgusting. And when he was living in Kingston, his roommate in Kingston was a woman who was horrifically gross. Like my brother used to live with two other guys, and they kept their place way cleaner than this girl did. Does her room smell? No, it doesn't smell right now. She did do a good job cleaning her room before she left.
Well, good. That's nice to know.
I mean, it's hard to... she got drunk. Like, you can blame her for getting drunk, but, it happens. Your roommate that likes to throw her used pads on the bathroom floor and try to leave them on purpose. So yeah, like, there are plenty of women who are way grosser than a lot of guys. So, I mean, like, the idea that, the women's restroom must be cleaner. Girls can be every bit as gross as guys. With the addition that women, once a month, women will bleed for a week. At least, like, guys don't bleed for a week.
OMG. Unless
they're trans. Would I not live with my brother? I don't know that I want to live with him. 9% of men don't bleed for a week every month. A solid percentage of women do. So they've got they've got all the gross stuff guys do with a little bit of blood thrown in. So yeah,
have
girls
mercy
can
on
be
us all.
Super gross. It's an extra way that they can be gross. Periods themselves aren't gross. Periods themselves are not gross. There's nothing wrong with a period. But again, I've seen shit smeared on walls in men's bathrooms. I have no doubt that there have been women who've smeared period blood on the walls in women's restrooms. Can men bleed? Sure, if they get cut. Men can bleed if they get cut. Or, obviously, if they're trans men, then they may have periods. They get cut. Or, obviously, if they're trans men, then they may have periods. An abortion 4 years ago, so what do you think about that? Good for you, Peace Lily.
That's awful.
Shut up. If and when I move, I'm not sure I'm not sure where I move to. Men can sometimes be blood, but that one's very rare, Kermit. And that's usually if a guy is peeing blood, that's usually an indication that he needs to see a doctor. Bladder infection. Never had a bladder infection. Now, what did you walk into? a particularly strange conversation. Right?
Yeah, you don't even want to know.
I think that I want to be a woman and would be more comfortable as a woman. Hey, Yasmin. Even with all the bullshit that goes along with it.
I hear that.
Goes along with being a woman. I think that I would end up being happier.
I could probably understand that if he ever left his home. I mean, and if he's a woman, why has he got a beard and a mustache?
When am I going to become a woman? Yeah, I need to... I'm shitty at doing things for myself. So I still haven't even, like, looked for a doctor to talk about hormones with.
And he never will unless someone does it for him.
I worked in a hotel, you'd see periods, stains on sheets. Yep. Crossdresser? Nah, crossdresser doesn't feel right for me. No, Kermit. No one wants to transition because they think being a woman is easier. That's not a thing. It's just absolutely not a thing.
Where's being a woman any easier than being a man?
That is a turf talking point.
Men normally go to work for 8 hours, and a woman has to work and raise the kids, take care of the house, and their jobs last 24 hours a day.
Dismiss the experiences of trans folk. Why are we all categories? Because categories are useful, Zoe. It's human nature to put things in categories. I'm not attracted to men. Amy, I'm not attracted to men. Feminine, bossy women, yeah. Also good. Bottom surgery, I have no intention of getting bottom surgery.
Oh, I don't understand it.
Made me so interested in the
I just don't.
Again.
Y'all leave it in the comments and explain it to me, please. He doesn't like men, but he wants to be a woman. He'd feel more comfortable as a woman. But he doesn't plan on having no bottom surgery. He hasn't spoke to a doctor yet.
Came across a story about a magical gender swap situation, and the idea sort of intrigued me. What would that be like? It inspires me. I don't know that anybody really inspires me in general. As far as trans women that I appreciate, I think Magdalene Visaggio is generally pretty cool. I love Sophie Campbell as a writer and artist. Really liked Tamara Bonvillain as an artist. There are a few other trans people whose books I've enjoyed. But I also absolutely enjoyed,
What? What did you enjoy?
I absolutely enjoyed Gina Gershon and Jennifer Tilly making out.
Okay.
Absolutely enjoyed Gina Gershon and Jennifer Tilly making out. Be without the spectrum, yeah. Jennifer Tilly in the prom, yep. Yeah, that's... God damn.
Oh, Peetz.
Shadow Babe, I don't, but I don't really follow anyone on YouTube yet. Caitlyn Jenner saying awful things about addiction. Yeah, what a shock. What a shock that Caitlyn Jenner would say bullshit. Would say awful shit. She's always been an asshole. Still streaming? Yeah, probably will, and I probably should get off pretty soon.
Okay.
Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner's honestly always been kind of an asshole, from what I can gather.
Okay, treasures, about the end of this one. Thank you, guys. I love and appreciate every one of you. And thank you. Remember, you're all beautiful.
We're invited to a party. Turned out it was an orgy. And the whole thing was so weird to them that they just started commenting on the orgy in character as Batman and the Riddler and got kicked out. Good night, Chibi.
Okay, love you guys. Bye.